Hi everyone, welcome back. The last video we did line, shape, and color. In this video, we're going to do these for texture, value, form, and space. So the first one, we're actually going to start from down here and work our way up. So the first one we're going to do is space. And if you remember correctly, there was two ways we could have done that. Remember, it was the foreground, midground, and background, and then the positive and negative space one. Well, today what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on the positive and negative space, just to make it easy on ourselves, because these are small little graphics. It'd be kind of hard to do the foreground, midground, and background. So what we're going to do is we're going to select another shape. I am going to select this little rounded rectangle, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it like this, and I'm going to copy it. And another way of copying it is, well, actually, I don't know if you're on PC or Mac. So I'll do the long way. So if you go up here, you can go to Edit, Copy, and it'll tell you the command here for your particular computer on how to copy. So you can select copy there, and then if I go to Edit again, I can go to Paste, and it'll tell you the quick key on how to paste, or you can just select it. So I want to make these two touching each other. I want them to be the exact same object. So I'm going to select the first one, and I'm going to go up here to get rid of that border. I'm going to make it black. I bet you can guess what color I'm going to make the bottom one. I'm going to make the bottom one white. Oops, I'm going to take that transparent border off, and then I'm going to take the border off by making it transparent, and then I'm going to make the fill color white. Okay, and if I zoom in, you can see the white because it's a gray background. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go up here. I'm going to select, and you don't need to do it exactly like mine, right? You can get creative with this. I don't want to see a whole bunch of the same projects, right? This is for you to get creative. So you can choose any of these to make this happen. I'm going to select this Pac-Man. You can do whatever you want. Select whatever one you want. I'm going to see how it's all wobbly. It just comes out all wobbly if I'm holding the mouse down. If I hit that shift key, it's going to maintain that proportion. So I'm actually going to do that. And then I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to paste it. So I have two of them. Okay, so I got one here. And I got another one here. I'm actually going to, I'm going to do two things. I want to make this smaller. So to make it smaller, I'm going to click this corner, and I'm going to hold the shift key down, and I'm going to drag it down. Okay, and actually I'm going to delete this, and I'm just going to copy this again. That way I don't have to do it twice. Oops. Sorry, everybody. So copy it and paste it. Okay, so I've got two that are the same size. Exactly. Now I want to show you this tool here. If I click it, I can move it. So I'm going to move it to about right there and put it in my white box here. And I'm going to make it so it's even with the black one. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And I want to make them kind of so they're going towards each other. Okay, great. Now I'm going to select this, the top one, and I'm going to turn it, the border off, and I'm going to make it white. And the bottom one, I'm going to turn the border off, and I'm going to make it black. Great. Okay, so there's my space. And actually what I'm going to do is, I noticed that these are a little bit too long. So if I just click this without selecting the shift key, I can just move it up. So I'm not selecting anything, I'm just moving it. And that's probably good. Okay, there's my space. Great. So I want to go in here, I'm going to delete that. Now this next one is pretty easy, form. So if I go back up to the shape tool again, now remember form is a three-dimensional shape, right? So if we look here, we see that there are some three-dimensional shapes. So I can select a can or a cube. I can also, there is another one, I believe. Oh, there's this little paper, but let's stay away from that one. So the form of the cube is a good one, and you get creative with this, right? So I'm going to do the can, and just find an empty spot right here. Seems to be good, and there we go. There's my can, and I'm going to show you some tricks. So this is kind of cool. I'm actually going to make it tall, and I'm going to do another one that's a little bit smaller. And let me show you something. If I click on this, this is fun. Give me 1 second here. Oops. So if I go here and click on my my cylinder here, and I go to format right here, and I go down to format options, it's actually going to bring this up here on the side. And I can make this more three-dimensional, and I can do that by creating a drop shadow. So this drop shadow I can change. So if you can see what happened behind it, there's a shadow. So if you like that, you can do that. For me, what I'm going to do though is I'm going to create a reflection. And as you can see, it created a reflection down here. I'm going to move it a little bit so it's there, and I'm going to make it a little bit transparent. There we go. And I can do the same with this one too. Let's see how it looks with a drop shadow. You can change the drop shadow too. You can make it thinner, thicker. So just play around with some of these things. This almost looks like it's hovering. So it looks like my forms are hovering maybe. So I like that. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to keep that. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to take off the reflection. Oh yeah, there we go. And I'm going to change the drop shadow a little bit. So it's on the wall instead. There we go. That's better. I like that. That looks clean. That looks good. So I want to change the color, and I'm going to go up here again. I want one pink. I'm going to leave the border this time, and I'm going to go with green for this one. Oops. I'm going to leave that black border there. Okay, there we go. So I have my three-dimensional form. Done. And actually, I think this video is pretty long, so I'm going to give you all a break. I'm going to come back and do the value in texture for you. Okay, see you soon.